All right, we are back with another episode of the My Point Is podcast show, whatever you want to call it. Let's get right into it. Before we get into some NFL, last night, I don't know if you saw 18 innings, World Series.
Saw about half the game, which is still technically a whole regular game, but yeah.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Right?
Um, yeah, this is the second longest game in World Series history. Funny enough, this was the longest game in World Series
Yeah, I think it
history.
was the longest, yeah.
It was the longest, some of the longest. But the second longest game in World Series history, the Dodgers also participated. They had
Wasn't it also like a game three?
Yes, it was game 3, 17, or game 2. Yeah, my fault. Game 3, 17, and it was game 3, 17 innings against the Red Sox back in 2018.
Yeah, the announcer had said that at the end of the game.
Yeah, that game was absolutely wild, just like this game. Shohei, I was not staying up to watch the end of that game. But yeah, the fact that Shohei went 4 for 4, and then it got to the point where they just were like, yeah, we're just gonna walk him from here on out.
That was their best chance, just
I
to
know.
not let him hit the game. Not let him hit.
It's the fact that he played a whole game just getting hits, and then basically played another game, and they were like, yeah, we're just not gonna pitch to you the entire time. And yeah, that's just crazy game. Dodgers up 2-1. I hope the Blue Jays honestly come back and tie it, because I wanted to go 7, but I have a feeling that it's going to be over before that. But we shall see.
Yeah, Tony pitching today, right?
Yes, sir.
It might be a wrap for that. It might be a wrap for that.
Yeah. It might. Yeah, if the Dodgers go up 3-1, that's definitely a tall task for the Blue Jays to come back from. But
for sure.
We shall see. Moving on, let's get into it. NFL football. What a week we had. I said last week, man, it was going to be a crazy week.
Yeah, and that is crazy games.
Yeah, started it off on Thursday night. Chargers absolutely smoke the Vikings. I don't think there's much to say about that game. Carson Wentz
getting season-ending surgery.
I was going to say, get well soon, my guy. Was not looking good. Chargers, they were looking like the team that we thought they were going to be. Yeah, just good. I think just good overall win for the Chargers. Not much to say. Carson Wentz sucks.
Yeah, on the Viking side, hopefully JJ McCarthy is decent, because if they have a QB problem and they just got rid of Sam Darnold, them fans are not going to be happy up in Minnesota. That's all I know, because Sam Darnold is in Seattle balling. It was their bye week, but 10-37, that is not good.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah, very bad. And it was a lot of Vikings fans there. If you watch the game, you could hear the Vikings fans in the background. Let's go Vikings! It was crazy. It was actually insane.
Yeah,
but they're getting their butts kicked.
And the Chargers are pretty beat up too. So yeah, get that happen to you. I don't know. Vikings, they definitely are looking back at, maybe we should have kept Sam Darnold, which I feel like anybody with a brain would probably said that when I did not think JJ McCarthy was good when he got drafted. When we first started the show, I said it. I don't think he's good. I don't know how he even we talked. Yeah, it just made no sense. So, yeah, good luck to the Vikings.
Yeah, good luck, Charlie.
All right, moving on to what a Sunday slate we had. We'll go first. Let's go Colts and Titans. Not much to say about that game either. The Colts, they continue to roll. Just absolutely dominating performance by Jonathan Taylor once again, but no surprise there.
Yeah, I didn't know what to bet on this game, but Jonathan Taylor 3+ touchdowns seems like a lot, which is kind of crazy thing to say out loud, but I think this is third straight week of 3+ touchdowns.
It is. Yeah, I was looking at it. I'm like, yeah, because I was looking at his 2 touchdown odds, and I didn't even take anything in this game either, because even his 2 touchdown odds, I was like, that's not even
worth it.
Yeah, the odds for the risk. It's like, he might not get. Obviously, we see it seems like 3 touchdowns is automatic, but 2 touchdowns, that's not like it's an easy thing to do. And for what the odds were, it's like, why even take that? But I mean, yeah, Jonathan Taylor 3 touchdowns. The odds probably about to be even looking like 2 touchdowns next week.
It's looking like he's a lock for the offensive player of the year for sure. He's on pace to possibly break Latavian Thomas's touchdown record.
Yeah, and he's on pace for the total scrimmage yards record as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's his
crazy.
if it's a total record, but I know he's on pace for like 2,200, 2,300 total scrimmage yards.
It's kind of insane.
Yeah, they were talking. Yeah, they were just comparing it to like what Saquon stats were last year, which were really good. But even his stats this year, like I think he has like double the amount of touchdowns Saquon had at this point right now in the season, like 200, 300 more yards. So yeah, like JT just absolute monster, and the Colts they aren't looking like the real deal.
Yeah, the Colts play the Chiefs and the Seahawks are probably their 2 hardest games the rest of the season. So would not be surprised if the Colts get the #1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah, and if they can, I mean, yeah, if they can put up a fight with those two, they can pull out those 2 games. Yeah, they
Get the
definitely.
Chiefs off a bye too.
Yeah, so that's looking like. Yeah, Colts generally might be the first seed. It's kind of crazy to say if you go back to
Right.
the start of the season. That is absolutely ridiculous. But hey, shout out to them. You know, shout out to them.
Facts.
They deserve it.
Hopefully, Cam Ward can get a competent coach next year.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. As if they can get top pick, get another receiver, swap out the coach, that's a start of a change. And from there on out, hope for the best. But yeah, they at least got to get a receiver in there and a new coach.
For sure.
All right, moving on to another blowout. Eagles absolutely smoke the Giants. Get well soon, Cam Scatterboo. That is a great injury, just crazy.
Yeah, crazy injuries this season have been going crazy all around the league. But yeah, great rookie. He is rookie season cut short. Him and yeah, Brian Dable fighting for his job right now, and he got 2 of his best offensive players are out for the season. Sheesh, not looking too well for Dable's coaching career over in New York.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like he might be back to just that coordinator role soon. But I mean, honestly, he probably should have been gone a while ago, and he just somehow kept scraping by because I feel like because their owner's just the type of guy who really doesn't want to make changes. So he just kept giving them the new chances. But yeah, I mean, in a year where they kind of had some hype too and some hope, had some chances. They were looking good, but I guess that's just the curse of the Giants. They just wasn't their time yet.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, the Eagles they're looking like a machine now.
Yeah, defending champs out here defending. I mean, they did play the Giants, but they brought out like a extra lineman personnel, like a 6 lineman personnel, and just ran the ball
Oh,
crazy. Like Saquon got hurt in the third or fourth quarter, and Tate Bisbee had 100 yards rushing. So it was like, yeah, they just kicked them. They just kicked their ass.
they had to. They couldn't get. I mean, they lost to the Giants already, so they couldn't get. They couldn't have the sweep. That couldn't happen.
Well, for sure, but they just like physically overpowered them, like
Oh yeah,
running the ball. Like
they had to make
300 rush yards is crazy.
They had to make a statement.
Facts.
They had to impose their will and show we are still the Eagles. And yeah, they look like they've been gone. So we will see how their season. Well, maybe they're on the. Maybe they are beat that Super Bowl slump and just took some conversations to be had.
Right.
All right, then we can move on. Another blowout. Patriots absolutely smoke the Browns. 32-13. Drake May, another MVP type performance against a very good Browns defense.
On my fantasy team, let's go Drake May.
Yeah,
good.
I'm looking at the play. The Patriots had 2 safeties at the end of the game. Dylan Gabriel had 2 intentional grounding safeties in the fourth quarter at the end of the game.
It was just one. I don't know why I say 2, but it was. I don't know if you saw the play, but it was he was in the end zone and he threw it to nobody.
Of course.
That was a crazy play.
And I was not watching the end of that game. I think I was
I'll
probably
send you the clip later. It was crazy, actually. But yeah,
I was probably asleep by that point.
it was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Patriots are looking. We said it. We said it at the start of the season. The way their schedule lined up, there's zero reason for them to not have a good record this year with how their schedule was looking. And they did the way they started the season. Definitely wasn't how we thought they would start, but they're looking like the team that we thought they would be.
Yeah, they are on a heater right now. Patriots offense and defense working together. Josh McDaniels making Drake May look like a top 5 quarterback. 18 to 24, 282 yards. Run game going. Drake May completed what 70% of his passes every game. It's just hard to beat this Patriots team right now. And Dylan Gabriel is not good. I don't know.
No, the Browns like at this point, what they just got to give Shadur a shot. Like at least a shot. Like what are we doing at this
Well,
point?
he was injured that game, so I get why
Oh, he
he
was
he
okay.
literally
I
hadn't
didn't
played that whole
even.
game.
Okay, I didn't know he was in that game. That makes sense.
Not gonna lie, I think Deion Sanders had him do it for a reason because I think he was out with back tightness. I'm like, yeah, backup QB back tightness. I'm like, yeah, his dad was like, yeah, bro, don't play this game.
He knew. He
'Cause,
knew.
yeah, you're not about to go up to New England and embarrass yourself. We're gonna let Dylan do this.
That's hilarious. No,
No, for real.
I wouldn't doubt it at all. And that is absolutely hilarious to think about. But hey, maybe soon. Shadur's time is coming soon. You know, you gotta just give him a shot at least. Just one shot. And if he doesn't perform well, then you could go and say, well, this is why we didn't play it. You could do it. But you gotta give him a shot. Like, what are we
Yeah,
doing at this point?
the Browns owner is very intrusive, so I'm very sure that Shador will get a couple starts before the season's over, especially now that they have 2 wins and they're kind of cooked already. And it's November hasn't started yet, but yeah, I think Shador will get a couple games.
Let's hope. Let us hope.
Miles Garrett 5 sacks, bro, on just wasting his career over there in Cleveland. That's the one thing I really want to say about this game. 5 sacks and just wasted his career.
Yeah, I mean, but granted, he did it to he could have left this year. He could have left this season. And his last time it was his first big, so I'll give him the first contract. But this time you've already earned your money. He could have left and he chose to take another big contract to stay with them. And I get loyalty or whatever, but I can't feel that bad for him when he really truly did have a chance to leave this season. And it's not like teams weren't going to offer him an absolute bag.
You're
You
right.
know,
It's just sad because like, why are they so? It's bad. It's like most of the highlights. And I'm watching the highlights because I didn't watch the
oh,
game. It's like, dang, every play they make is when
yeah.
Miles Garrett isn't on the
Yeah,
field.
yeah. But but like we know why they're bad because they just make terrible quarterbacking decisions. That's what it's been. It's just constant terrible decisions at the quarterback position, and that is the most important position on the field. And if you're
It's true.
constantly screwing that up, your team is never going to be in a spot to win, no matter what. If every year you're making the worst choice possible at the most important position, like if you really think about the last 5 or 6 years of their cut Baker, like cut Baker, sign Deshaun, cut Flacco, draft Gabriel, like trade, like it's just
You're right. You're very correct on that. On this game specifically, I was talking about the Browns defense though. Like Travion Henderson, 7.5 yards a carry. Drake May, 7 yards a carry. Like,
yeah,
yes, that's unacceptable. Mac Hollins, 7 catches for 90 yards. Like Kayshawn
yeah,
Mooney, 3 for 75. Like they're getting cooked. Like the
yeah,
Browns defense that we thought was elite is getting cooked.
yeah. That's embarrassing.
You feel me though? But that's all.
That is embarrassing. But
Free Miles Garrett, even though it's his fault.
put him in like rehab or something.
Yeah, right. Literally. Alcoholics Anonymous.
There you go. The Texans looking like they're getting back on track. And it obviously scores 26-15, but they had that game in hand the whole time. They truly did.
Yeah, CJ Stroud having one of his better performances against a beat up Niners team. Yeah, man, give CJ time, and he's a top 10 quarterback, in my opinion. But their line this year has been atrocious. But hey, the 49ers, no Bryce Huff, no Nick Bosa, no Fred Warner. Tough challenge on the road, but yeah, Texas scored 26. Mac Jones reverts back to looking like a backup quarterback, and CJ throws for 300.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, the 49ers, they just never could get anything truly going. The Texans, they held C-Mac in check for basically the entire first half. He got something a little bit at the end, somewhere in the middle of the second half, but no, the Texans basically held C-Mac in check. Mac Jones, like you said, was looking back like a backup quarterback. And yeah, the Texans, I mean, I'm not going to say they're rolling, but they
Definitely not
definitely,
rolling, but their defense is elite. I'll give it to them.
yeah, their defense is elite and their offense has been putting it together. And
Yeah,
that's all it comes down to. It. They got the defense. CJ just don't mess up, CJ.
yeah. I mean, good game from him for real because Nico Collins was out, throwing to Xavier Hutchinson and a bunch of rookies.
Yeah, no, great. Yeah, great game for him. And the Texans, they're looking like still in the fight for a wild card spot, keeping it alive.
Not sure. Definitely not winning that division with 4 losses already, but hey,
Oh no, the Colts. Yeah, Colts at this point, unless there's a major collapse, I think the Colts got that division. Honestly,
you got the Colts and the Jags and the Texans in that division. So who do you
yeah.
think who you think is better out of the Jags and Texans? Who you think is more valuable for a wild card spot out of those two teams in that division?
Uh, because I feel like the Jags and the Texans are like the same team.
If you had to pick one.
If I had to pick one, the Jags, because the Texans O line is just so bad, so bad. It's so bad.
I
It's
think
not
I
a big.
trust CJ Stroud a little bit more than Trevor Lawrence, honestly.
I
Just
do
on
trust. No,
play paces.
100%. I trust CJ, but I don't think that it's like with his team, and I don't think it's like that crazy of a. You know what I mean? Like if you put CJ on the Jags, I feel like they'd probably be in the same exact spot.
Well, probably because the Jags are a terrible organization, but I hear you.
You know what I mean? Like obviously CJ is better than Trevor, but I don't think he's like so much better to a point where it's like he's gonna single handedly take them down if it came down to it.
No, I hear you.
Like I
I mean,
think
football is a team sport, but
yeah, I think the Texans they definitely have like a top defense, but I think like the Jags are pretty good all around. They're just just so inconsistent, just
literally, I think that's
just
they're going to be their
that's
downfall, though.
yeah that's the problem. If you can catch the Jags on a good day, like that's why I'd take them, but you don't know what Jaguars team you're gonna get. And
I
that's the
mean,
thing about
like
the Texans. You don't know what Texans team you're gonna get.
you talk about consistency. Like the Jags beat the Chiefs on Monday night, and then they played the Seahawks and scored 12 points.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it's literally both of those teams. Like you don't know which one you're gonna get on any
Right,
given day.
for sure.
So
I just think the Texans are a little bit better personally because I think the Texans defense is elite, like top five if they play as they should. And I don't know if you give CJ Stroud time, I think has the ability to be a top 10 quarterback. I think Trevor Lawrence is also has the ability to be a top 10 quarterback, but the mistakes he makes are sometimes just like, what the hell was that? I feel like most of CJ Stroud mistakes are like holding on to the ball too long, like Russell Wilson back in the day, just
yeah,
holding on to the ball too long.
no, so yeah, CJ doesn't make terrible decisions with the ball. That's Trevor. Yeah, that's definitely Trevor's downside.
Yeah.
He's more of a Flacco.
Yeah, I think a quarterback's like point guards, and I think CJ's a better point guard than Trevor, in my opinion. That's just,
I don't yeah,
judging Martins.
I don't disagree at all. But as I view point guards in the NBA, unless you're truthfully like Steph Curry, a point guard isn't gonna do it all for you.
Right, be the end all be all of if you're gonna be a good team or not. I agree.
Yeah. But literally the problem with both those teams, you don't know which one you're gonna get. So it's a coin flip no matter what. Like they have the same exact problem. And the AFC South is interesting though. The wild card is definitely gonna be interesting. We'll keep moving it on. Some more blowouts, man. I mean, we'll just go with the Dolphins absolutely smoked the Falcons. No Drake London. No just no Drake London, no Michael Penix. Dolphins literally just absolutely lock in on Bijan Robinson, keep him in check, and Falcons have absolutely no chance. Another inconsistent team. You don't know which one you're gonna get.
Honestly, bro, this one you might be able to blame on the play calling because let me go to it real quick. I think Bijan did not have a lot of carries, and I get it. Like, yeah, they're stopping the run early, but if you're a good play caller, you're gonna keep running the ball. The bro had 9 carries.
Yeah, you're definitely
It's
gonna keep.
it's not like they were getting cooked the entire game. It was 17-3 at halftime. It's like run the ball.
Yeah, definitely should have run the. But the Dolphins, they really did that defense for like it. Just they locked in for the
For
one
sure.
time. For once,
Best game of the
for
season
once,
from the Miami Dolphins
for
defense.
once, they finally locked. They finally locked in. They were playing for Mike McDaniel's job. They were playing for his job that on
For
Sunday,
sure. Yes, 100%.
and they took advantage of a weakened Falcons team, and that's what you got. You got to get them how you get them in the NFL, and they got one.
They got one, man. They got a short turnaround, though. They got Baltimore on Thursday.
Yeah,
See
I
if
know.
Lamar Jackson plays, but it's going to be a tough challenge going from Bijan Robinson to King Henry.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if they can lock in again, who
Yeah,
knows?
I don't
Who
know,
knows?
man. Sometimes that dude is.
No, I don't. I doubt it. I think once again like Mike. That's that. Halloween's on Friday, so they get smoked on Thursday. They get smoked on Thursday. I really he bought some time on Sunday. Bought some time,
Yeah.
but I don't think he makes it to the end of the season.
Oh, no, probably not.
No. Move on. The Buccaneers, absolute Buccaneers get the Saints 23-3. Oh,
Are the killer.
yeah, yeah, bro. But it's whatever. I'm not even.
Nah,
Okay,
I'm messing with you.
that's the one leg where I'm like, oh, I can't be mad that they lost. you
Baker
know, I
Mayfield.
yeah, no, Baker gets another one. I really don't. I don't have much to say about this game because the Bucks they didn't look absolutely they didn't look stunning or anything. They just
They didn't look world beaters, but
no.
like honestly, I think it's the week before their bye, so it was like I kind of expected like a lull game
They did enough to get the win against an inferior team.
for sure.
They did
Defense.
yeah. They did exactly enough to get the win.
Shout out Todd Bowles defense, led up 3 points. I picked him up last minute on my fantasy team, bro. I'll tell this quick story. Picked him up last minute on my fantasy team because whoever defense I had was on a bye. 25 points. I won my fantasy league by half a point.
Ooh,
And I got 25
sheesh,
points off the Bucks defense off waivers.
sheesh.
Talk about living dangerously.
There you go. That's why I mean I can't do that fantasy. I can't do it, man. So much.
Yeah,
But
it's heartbreaking sometimes.
in other news, Tyler Shaw getting his first start this week.
Oh yeah, Spencer Rather's cooked because he's just too turnover prone.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy because to start the season and going back to last season when he really didn't throw a lot of interceptions, and then all of a sudden recently he's just been
And I
yeah
think he only had 2 picks, but it was also he only had 1 pick in this game, but it was 2 fumbles. No, maybe 3 fumbles. Oh
yeah,
no, Tyler Shuck threw a pick also. Dang.
yeah. Rather he had one fumble lost, but he did have three, but it was only one was lost. But yeah, he just wasn't holding on. Yeah, but it's just crazy. Like he really didn't have that problem before, and then all of a sudden he just got the yips or something, man.
Yeah, I think he had 4 turnovers in the Bears game. So, what, 7 turnovers in 2 weeks? Yeah, that'll get you benched.
Yeah, man. So it's Tyler Shaw time.
I mean,
Every,
Louis Riddick thought he was the next big thing, so we'll see.
I'm about to say all this random hype for Shaw. Let's see. Let's see. Who do they got? Who do they got this week? They got listen. They got the Rams this week.
Good luck, Charlie.
Yeah. No, and then Another blowout. We got just another blowout. Ravens over the Bears, 30-6, and that one wasn't really a blowout. Bears were in it. Scores definitely because the Ravens got that score at the end, but the Bears were in it for a lot of that game.
The biggest story for that game is that Caleb Williams was just mid, and he got outplayed by Tyler Huntley.
The GOAT, Snoop, man.
The GOAT. I mean, yeah, shout out Tyler Huntley in a must-win game for the Baltimore Ravens to keep their playoff hopes alive. Um, I think at a point in the game he was like 13 or 15 or something. Finished 17 to 22, not a lot of yards, but you know,
186, 1 TD, 8 carries, 50 yards.
matriculating the ball down the field.
That's more than enough for we got Lamar at home.
Right. No turnovers. Get the ball to Derrick Henry in the red zone. Key and Mitchell came back looking like the Key and Mitchell that I saw a couple years ago. But yeah, man, Ravens get Lamar back. Win this game on Thursday. They might be on business. My Super Bowl pick might be back, but you know, I digress. I digress.
Yeah, I mean, no, they as long as they're in the fight, as long as they're in the fight and Lamar Jackson's on the field, then they got a chance. They just got to make it into the dance. That's all that happened. Just got to make it in, and they obviously have a top 4 quarterback in the NFL.
For sure.
So a game changer, somebody who can just win you any game. So they just got to make it in.
For sure.
Just got to stay alive, man. No, my Buffalo Bills absolutely dominate the Carolina Panthers. We don't even need to talk much about this game. All I'm gonna say is James Cook finally gets the ball, and look, like it's just when he gets the ball, look what happens. Like it's obvious. It's so obvious. I don't need to say anything more about it. We don't need to talk about it. Got the Chiefs this week. Boys need to lock in, give James Cook the ball, and I can live with it. I can live with the result as long as our best players are getting the ball. I can live with the result.
What's going to be the interesting thing, in my opinion, is that the Chiefs have a pretty good statistical run defense. Are the Bills going to stick with the run game, even if it's not too successful through the first quarter, through the first half? Because what if he has 10 carries for 30 yards in the first half, and it's like, I mean, even if the game's close, even if y'all down by a touchdown or 10 points, I think I should still run the ball. But
No, that's fine. As long as he has the 10 carries, it means that we kept trying.
Right.
We kept trying because that's still our best option because the passing game isn't open. If he isn't even if we aren't trying to get him the ball or at least showing that we're going to run the ball, then they could just sit back and play zone and try to let Josh dissect, which against the Spagnuolo defense, he can do that, but that's what they want him to do because it's been the formula for them. They want to get into the scoring games against us. I don't
Yeah, I hear you.
That's been the formula for them every single time we face them. Let Josh absolutely try to win the game, and the mistake is going to happen at some point, and they're going to capitalize on it. That's been the strategy. So I won't be surprised if they start the run, but they weren't last time we faced them, and they had a good run defense last season in the playoffs. The problem, what did we do in the playoffs? That was the problem. We stopped giving James Cook the ball in the most important time of the game. So I just, as long as he's getting the ball, then I know that's like he's our second best player besides Josh Allen. And if those two are putting up stats and we lose, I can live with the result. Because if they're not even putting up stats, then we never had a chance in the first place.
Yeah, I think James Cook should be on like a 17 carry minimum.
Yeah, no, a minute. And I just wish we used him in the pass game more. It's just that's the even more annoying part that when he does come out, we're getting the ball to our running backs in the pass game. And I love Ty and I love Ray, but why is Cook not in on these plays? Like,
yeah,
I don't understand.
I feel like that's a tendency thing that they didn't want to show for because they knew they had the Chiefs coming up, and that's probably the biggest game for them.
I mean, yeah,
Especially this month.
I hope that's the case, but I mean, he's just never in on passing no matter the game. So
No, I hear
I
you. I feel like this Chiefs game, if any game, it would be this game, but they would use him in the pass game. You feel me? Like throwing screens, put him as a slot receiver, have him to run a little drag route or something, just because like he's an explosive player in
I know,
space. Like he's one of your best chess pieces. It doesn't make
right?
any sense not to use him in the pass game.
It doesn't. It makes no sense, and yet we don't. So I pray, man. I pray, man, because Joe Brady, I don't know. I don't got much to say about it. I have nothing more to say about Joe Brady. Moving on, Broncos absolutely dominate the Cowboys. They moved to 0-9 against the Broncos in their last 9 times facing them.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. I know they play like every 4 years, but yeah, Dak Prescott did not look too comfortable. He was struggling. I mean, he played decent, 24 points, but when your defense lets up 44 points, like you said earlier in the year, like Cowboys got to score 30 plus. They only got to, even if they scored 30 in this game, they would have still lost because 44 points is crazy. Bo Nix, 247 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's Broncos. That defense, they did enough, and yeah, that offense was just humming. Like I said, I didn't think Bo Nix started out the season in a little bit of sophomore slump, but that's why I said it. That's why I like Sean Payton being there. I knew him being the coach he is, he wasn't going to let that continue. There's just no way.
Yeah. I think the only problem with the Broncos earlier in the season was that he was throwing them deep balls too much and he was just throwing them too far. And it would show up as completions, but it was just like, man, if I had a little bit more composure in the pocket and threw a better pass, it would have been a 40, 50-yard touchdown. But yeah, Bo Nix had a lot of those earlier this season, but showed some good composure in this game. They ran the ball exceptionally well. RJ Harvey, 7 carries, 46 yards, 2 touchdowns. J.K. Dobbins, 15 carries, 111 yards. Shout out to running backs. But yeah, and freaking Sean Payton even said in the press conference, like post game, he was like, "Yeah, I didn't think it was relatively close. I kind of just wanted to get our guys on track." I was like, "Wow, that's yeah." Just he basically said, "I'm playing with the Cowboys, like they can't fuck with
Yeah, I mean, and
us."
that's what you got to do in a game like that. That's a performance you have to put on when you know you're more dominant than the other team at home. Kind of have had like a slow season. Had that game last week where they were finally got it going in the second or the fourth quarter, and
Literally,
you have to come out and have a game like this to show that you're a contender. You're a true force, and you're a true contender for the championship. You got to have games like this.
right? Okay, so we talked about the AFC South, the two mid teams, not mid teams, but the two non first place teams. Assuming KC's the first place team, who's better, the Chargers or the Broncos?
The Broncos.
I agree on that.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. KC has a loss against the Chargers and the Broncos, or a loss. No, not the. Did they lose to the Broncos? No, they lost to the Chargers. Right
Lost to
now,
Chargers.
KC's third in the division right now.
Yeah, I don't expect that to stay that way, but you're right. As we speak,
I mean,
before November.
I see why you say that, but they, they have the Titans and the Raiders, but it's not like they have a crazy easy schedule the rest of the season. They got the Bills this week. Then they have the Broncos in Denver the week or coming off the bye. They have the Broncos in Denver. Then they have the Colts coming into Kansas City. Then they have to go on the road to Dallas, which obviously Dallas's defense is, but that's their offense can put up points, so that's still a fight. And then they got the Texans in December. Who knows what the Texans are going to be at that point? Then they got the Chargers. They got the Titans at the end of December, and then they end the season with the Broncos and the Raiders. So it's not like the Chiefs have just an easy slide to the end of the season, you know?
Yeah, the Broncos have a little bit of head start on them, but the Chargers also are a beat up team who just beat up, in my opinion, not good Vikings team. And they got the Titans, that's a W. They got the Steelers, it's gonna be a tough game. Jaguars, tough game. Raiders, Eagles. Chargers gotta play the Eagles on Monday night. They play the Chiefs. again in Arrowhead. Play the Cowboys, who I think is a win. They play the Texans and the Broncos. The last two games are tough. So they got a couple
I would say they
coin
essentially
flip
have,
games in
they
there.
basically have the same, I would say they have like the same difficulty of schedule as the Chiefs to end the season.
Right. And I honestly just think the Chiefs, I trust the Chiefs' health more, especially I think that's a big
No,
thing
I
for the
do.
Chargers,
No,
just the
I'm not.
health.
Okay, but I'm more so. My point is, you were saying you think the Chiefs are going to end the division as the one. I don't think they will. I
Although I
do.
think if anything, the Broncos would be it, but definitely not the Chargers. You're right. The
That's
Broncos
what.
have a chance
That's
to
what I
get
mean.
to win the
That's what I.
division.
That's what I mean. I mean, like we were talking about who's better between the Broncos and the Chargers. I think the Broncos, but I don't think that the. I think the Broncos are going to win that division. So if we're picking between the Chiefs and the Chargers, it's Chiefs. No matter what, the Chargers are the third team. I think they're the third team between those three. Now, between the Broncos and the Chiefs, obviously Mahomes is Mahomes. But who knows, man?
You still play them twice, right?
Yeah, they got 2 games against them.
That's the same thing with we'll talk about it later, but the Rams and the Seahawks, they have the same record, but they're both technically tied for first in the division. So those two divisions are going to be tough down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally probably going to end up coming down to the last game of the season.
Right. For both of those divisions. I mean, we'll see. Hopefully the Broncos keep doing what they're doing. And I feel like the Chiefs will be better down the stretch just because I feel like Rasheed Rice not being there was a big factor for their offense.
It was huge. Yeah, it clearly showed that it's huge.
Because he's the number one receiver. He's like their Justin Jefferson. Clearly not Justin Jefferson, but he's like their Justin Jefferson.
No, yeah. No, 100. I get what you're getting now, 100%. Now, we got for the final Sunday afternoon game, the New York Jets. RIP Nick Mangold, man. They get the win, 39-38, comeback, last-minute victory over the Cincinnati Bengals. I told you, man. I told you. If there's one person in the world who called this, it's me. It's me. If there's one person who said this was going to happen.
I told you on the last pod, if the Bengals lose, I'm done taking them seriously. And that was that. So
I believe I believe you 100%. And both those things happened. So the Jets, man. I don't really have much to say about that game because I still don't think they're a good team. I think they were playing for something bigger than themselves on Sunday.
Yeah. Shut up Brees Hall on my fantasy team too. Went crazy. Threw a touchdown pass. To
game
LSU
winning.
great Mason Taylor.
Game winning touchdown pass. Which is crazy player. But that's the type of things you have to do in a game like that. On a day like that. They couldn't lose, man. They couldn't. So shout out the Jets for getting that dub. And shout out the Dolphins for getting their dub. That's 40% of my survivor knocked out. Absolutely loving that. And there was also 50% of my survivor in my other league getting knocked out. So just shout out both those teams for the AFC East went 4-0. Don't sleep now.
New York Jets with 500 yards of total offense. I knew the Bengals defense was bad, but the Jets literally have scored, I think, 13 points in 2 straight games.
Yeah, no, that's
yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Bengals defense, it was never good, but yeah, that's yeah. Now you can't take them seriously, and I hope. Yeah, I don't know. Jets, they got the win when they RIP Nick Mangold, man, because that dude was absolute legend, absolute icon. And
RIP Nick Mangold for sure, because they did it for him. Because without him, I don't know. I don't know if they would have been able to pull this one out. But hey, good win, great win for the organization. Aaron Glenn's first win. Hopefully, they don't become too impatient and fire him, because I actually think he's a good coach.
So do I. I think he's just bad predicament, bad team. But I think there's signs that there's good there. There's signs that there's good there.
Right.
And to close it out for the Sunday, we had the Packers taking on the Steelers on a Sunday night. Steelers got off to a good start, but the Packers take it over at the end of the game. And
is it Toyota-thon or something?
Might be, man. A
Jordan
little bit.
Love is cooked. Oh,
Toyota
bro.
time came early.
He just cooked. 29 to 37, 363 touchdowns. Yo, did you watch that whole game or no?
No.
Yo, he threw one play. It was one play. He literally got racked by the defensive end. The ball went up in the air. Tucker Craft played it like a DB, caught it and ran for 50 yards. I'm like, yo, the Steelers defensive backs are terrible. I gotta send you the clip because
I
it was
really,
so bad.
their DBs are really so. I mean, we seen it. I watched in the last 2 games. Like, yeah, their DBs are really like Ramsey's been getting cooked all season. Leave they're just DBs, not good at all in any way,
Yo,
shape, or form.
understand getting cooked by Jamar Chase. You're getting cooked by Tucker Craft. Tucker Craft mac and cheese. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yo,
what was National Tight End Day?
they're about to play the Colts. The Colts have the #1 ranked offense. They're about to get cooked by Tyler Ward and friends. This is crazy. Tyler Ward, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, Josh Downs is going to be real bad. I know a couple Steelers fans too. I'm ready to
Don't
start
forget Alec
talking.
Pierce. Don't forget my
Alec
boy Alec
Pierce
Pierce.
too.
Don't forget my
Yes,
boy Alec Pierce.
they got that deep threat too. Yeah. Woo. And they were at home, bro. They're at home coming off an embarrassing divisional loss. You're playing. If you can't win this game,
Yeah, it's looking tough.
if you check odds, and I don't know, I know you bet, but I'm pretty sure the Ravens are favored to win that division off of this one game. And
That's crazy. That's crazy.
The Pittsburgh Steelers still have a 2-game lead.
That's crazy. I mean, but yeah, it's like obvious. It's not like the Steelers are a bad team, but they're not like we said, they're no different than they were last season. The only difference is Aaron Rodgers is at quarterback. That's it. And he's not playing bad by any means, but it's not like they made any crazy improvements on their defense.
Yeah.
If anything,
I mean, they have the most
they really
expensive
did.
defense.
Yeah.
They have a $200 million defense, and they can't check nobody.
Yeah. No, obviously the defense, but the defense is expensive. But anybody who watches football, you look at the players on their defense, like kind of older, not like, those
I
guys.
agree.
Their
Like, I
defense
don't
is
think
just
their defense is that good, but
yeah.
that's the problem. Like,
Their defense
it's a
is high.
salary cap league, and
Yeah.
you're spending most of your salary cap on these old ass players.
Yeah, but I mean,
So
knowing
like,
knowing
who's
the
focusing?
Steelers, would they even do anything on offense, anyways?
I mean, if you had good offensive players who you were, other
Oh
than
no,
DK Metcalf,
I mean, going to get played because it's the Steelers, man. Like,
right? That's their like philosophy. That's their organizational philosophy. But it's just like, other than DK Metcalf, they haven't. Or who's their last? They had Antonio Brown, I guess, but
other than the killer bees,
their killer bees was
which
tough,
which were all drafted, but those were all drafted. All those players were drafted. All three of them were drafted by the team. It's not like they had to go out and get them. And when the time came to pay those guys, they all left. So
for real. But they look old, dude. They look old as hell. Old and slow, and they're getting cooked.
Yeah, they look like a. I mean, I had them at 6-10. That's the record I had them at. I thought to myself, I'm like, that's kind of bad because I don't think Mike Tomlin's going to have it. But he needs to have a negative season. I feel like at this point, he has to, right?
Man.
Like for the betterment of their team, like he can't keep going 500. Like
He's a better home coach. The rest of his home games, he got Colts at home, Bengals at home, Bills at home, Dolphins at home, and Ravens at home.
Yeah, I mean those aren't easy games at home though.
Yeah, on the road he got the Lions, the Chargers.
That's tough.
Chargers is a coin flip game.
That's a home game. That's a home game.
Right.
That's a home. That's a home game for them. The Steelers fans will travel heavy for that game. That's a home game for them.
They feel the Bears in a 1 o'clock window. I feel like that's also a coin flip game.
Yeah, that's a tough game. That's going to be a tough game.
And they got the Browns. And the Browns and Ravens on the road, but
those are divisional games. Going to be tough, no matter what. So, yeah, I mean, it's looking like another 500 season for the Steelers. Yeah. That's what it sounds like to me.
But the crazy part is, bro, they just gave Mike Tomlin a contract extension in the offseason. So I'm
I
like,
know.
what do y'all got going on over here? They just paid all these players who aren't good, and see it on tape, they're not good anymore. And it's just like, dang, some of these players are on multi-year contracts. Well, so just cut all the whole defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe he just needs to have maybe a negative season so they can finally get a good draft pick, or maybe the fans can finally not be like, well, we had a mediocre, we made the playoffs, like like
Yeah,
maybe they just need to have some. Because I'm not obviously not super tapped in with the Steelers. Obviously, I'm not a Steelers fan, but I feel like McDermott and Tomlin are the same, like cut from the same cloth. Like good coaches, but like you're gonna have a good season every year with them. But even with the Bills, it's not like the Steelers. They're constantly like 500. McDermott's having good seasons, and even then, I feel like Bills fans are just absolutely like majority. There's so many have just done with him at this point. And I feel like Steelers fans are still like kind of just like they're still believing in Tomlin, and it's like I don't know how you guys aren't just absolute like if the success we've had the last couple of years and our fan base is still upset as we are with McDermott. I don't know how I really don't know how he still has his job at this point.
yeah. I feel like the Steelers' expectations aren't as intense as the Bills, I guess, just because the drought. But I don't know.
If not more intense, because they have a championship history at least too.
Nah, for sure, for sure. I mean, I feel like the Steelers. I don't know. It's a weird
I'm
dynamic
just
because
saying,
you're
from
right. I'm not.
as a Bills fan, I'm giving them the like. I feel like if anything, their drought is more because they haven't even won a playoff game.
Yeah, I agree.
Been to the playoffs, and they have such a storied history of winning championships. At least, like fans our age have seen a championship win in their lifetime.
Yeah, they've been pretty mid for like the past what 8 years.
Yeah, 2018. Yeah, the Killer Bees ended in 2018. So yeah, I'd say about then.
Yeah, they've been
But
pretty mid for a while.
ever since the end of the Killer Bees, that was it. That was the last time they were truthfully dominant.
Yeah, I feel like once they made that 7th seed, that extra playoff spot, I feel like that was made for the Steelers. They've had a couple
I
two
mean, they were.
sevens.
I'm pretty sure they were the seventh seed the first year. The
No,
seventh,
literally,
and they got smoked, and we smoked, and the Bills smoked them like 40-0. So
they've had a
yeah,
couple tough playoff losses. They lost that game to Baker Mayfield. They had a
yeah.
couple. Yeah. This era of Steelers football has not been pretty.
No, that's what I'm saying. I just don't know how fans. And I'm not saying Tomlin needs to be fired or how he. Obviously, I know how he has his job. He's not a bad coach, but I don't know how the fans aren't at this point just like how are you just so fine with mediocrity
Right.
when you have the history you do as a team? It's just
Right.
crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. And we see coaches get fired for way less.
For sure.
But that was a Sunday slate. We only had one game yesterday on the Monday. Chiefs, Commanders, they had it 7-7 at halftime, and then the Chiefs just run away with it in the second half.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was honestly watching basketball more than I was watching that.
Yeah,
But
I was at the gym, and then I was watching basketball too, and then I was watching baseball. So
Rasheed Rice is back. I'm telling you, bro, their offense is on a different level.
yeah, I
Rasheed
mean
Rice makes
he's
their
a
offense go
true dominant receiver, and
to number one.
yeah, he's a true number one receiver, and it's just draws the defense's eyes, and it just opens it up for everyone else. Like as long as the defense has to have their eyes drawn to a true number one, that allows like Juju works when he's not getting actually guarded. Like Xavier Worthy works when he actually isn't getting guarded and focused on. Kels works when he isn't getting when the teams have to respect a true number one on the field. And obviously Mahomes is Mahomes. That just truly opens it up so much for everybody else. I feel like more than other teams because of how good Mahomes is.
Right. And yeah, Chiefs are back. So I feel like that game against the Bills and the game against the Colts are going to be big for the Chiefs if they have any hopes of still getting the 1 seed. But they're only at 3 losses, and they got to play the Broncos twice.
True. I mean, but
So
I,
who
I
knows?
I don't think the 1 seed for them. I really don't think the 1 seed matters to them at this point anymore.
It doesn't matter. I'm sure they don't care. They could be in the wild
Obviously,
cards.
I mean, but I feel like it's important. But if there's for most teams, you still want that 1 seed. But for them, I feel like if there's truthfully any team who could care less about whatever seed they are, it's definitely KC.
Yeah, care less about home field at this point. I
Yeah,
think is they.
home
I think they'd be fine
home
with the 5 seed.
home field schmo. They don't care. They'll play.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes will play anywhere. He said it. He enjoys playing on the road more than playing at home a lot of the time because just absolutely just that's the killer mentality.
yeah. I
Which
could see a situation where the Broncos and the Chiefs split, and they win by a game. The Broncos win the division by a game, and the Chiefs get the 5 seed.
I said that I that was literally my prediction at the start of the year, and it's looking like what I said is going to be exact. I said that the Chiefs are going to lose one to the Chargers, and the Broncos are going to get the wins over the Chargers, which is going to give them the tiebreaker over the Chiefs. I said this. We can go back. It is on video that I said that exact thing,
You
and
probably did.
and that's literally that's what it's looking like might end up happening.
So right now you got a playoff picture in my head off the top. You got the Colts winning the division. Hopefully, you got either the
Yes.
Bills. That's the thing too. You got the Bills or the Patriots. The Bills, if the Bills don't win the division, they'd be the 5 or 6 seed. But the Patriots are
Right now we're the 5 seed. If the season were to end today, we'd be the 5 seed.
pivotal game. Bills got a lot of pivotal games.
I still think we're gonna win the division. I still think we're gonna win the division. I still think we're gonna have the exact record that I predicted of 14-3. Every once I said we were gonna drop one to the Patriots. That's what I said. It happened. Not the game that I thought we were gonna drop, but it happened. So at this point, I still, as long as Joe Brady doesn't go back to, I'm not even gonna say it because we're on YouTube, so I'm not even gonna say it. But as long as he doesn't keep, you know what I want to say. As long as he doesn't do that and turn into that person, we're good. We're good. We're good. As long as he doesn't, we're good. Everything is fine. I'm not worried. Just make it to the playoffs. I still think Super Bowl hopes are there. As long as people get back healthy, team goes in sync, and we give James Cook the ball, I'm not worried about us at all.
I'm still waiting for a Patriots letdown, by the way. I think they're on a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna have like we said before though, the way their schedule lines up, it's gonna be hard for them to have like a letdown because they don't. But
they got the Falcons and the Bucks next two. I think they can lose one of those.
See, if there's any letdown, we know how the Falcons go though. We know how the Falcons go. If there's any game, this would be the type of game where the Falcons they look like the Falcons who showed up against the Bills. You know, like that's the type of game that this Falcons. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons somehow lose to lose to the Dolphins, lose to the Panthers, beat the Bills, lose to the, just this would be the game that the Falcons would win, if any, because everybody's back down on them. No way, but you know how it goes. Exactly what I said last week about some of those games, and it's just professional football.
Right.
It's professional football. You got to respect it. This is literally these dudes living.
Right.
But yeah, right now, yeah. So if I had a playoff picture, give me because I can pull it. Oh, let me see. Standings right now. If we look at the playoffs, the AFC, this is what the AFC playoff picture would be like right now. This is what it is right now. Colts at 1, Pats 2, Broncos 3, Steelers 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I had to make my prediction by the end of the season, this probably stays the same. I think they probably only get one more loss the rest of the season, maybe 2. So they'll probably end with I don't think they have more than 3 losses.
Really?
Yes, at this point, I really don't. Like, I'm a firm believer. I really don't think just the way they play offense, like they have an offense that can beat any team, and they have a good defense that can beat any team. So unless there's some crazy collapse, I just don't think that they end up with more than 3 losses.
Colts have a great offense. Have Colts played any elite defenses yet? They still got the Texans twice. That's probably the best defense in their division. They got the Chiefs. They play the Seahawks.
Like they faced the Broncos that one game.
Oh, facts. They beat the Broncos on that field goal game. Facts.
They lost to the Rams, which is a
Facts. They
good
lost to the
defense.
Rams.
But that was 2027, so it was a good game.
I don't know. I just think they could lose.
Looking at their schedule, they got the Steelers this week. They got the Falcons. And they got the Chiefs, the Texans, the Jags, the Seahawks, the Niners, Jags. And the Texans. So I would guess I could see them dropping Chiefs game, one to the Texans, and the Seahawks game. That's 3 more losses. So okay, 4 losses on the season. I could see them. That's realistic.
They could still be the best number 1 seed though at 13-4, just because.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See what's going to beat up on each other. The Bills and the Patriots got to play again.
Yeah. I still think the Bills are gonna go 14-3. So that's why I don't think the Colts are gonna. I think the Colts also go 14-3. But who knows? I'd say. But if I were to take a guess, this stays the same. I think this Bills and Patriots swap places. So Bills win the division. Patriots are the 5th seed. I think this stays the same here. I think this is going to be the Ravens. As long as the Ravens can come back healthy. As long as Lamar can come back healthy and start putting up some MVP performances, I think the Ravens take this spot. This is going to be the Patriots. Truthfully, I think that this is going to be either KC is going to be here at 6 because obviously you got the Broncos on it. And then this 7, I think it's going to be a fight between them, and the Steelers. It's going to be a 4-team fight for that 7 seed. Really, that 6 and that 7 seed is going to be
the Steelers, the Chargers. You said them. My fault. I was half listening. Steelers, Chargers.
The Steelers, the Chargers, the Jags, the Texans, and the Chiefs. Only because, I think it's either going to be Bills and either Bills or Patriots at 5, and then I think the Chiefs are going to be 6. So that's 7 seed between the Steelers, the Chargers, the Jags, and the Texans. And who knows? I mean, who knows about the Bengals?
Oh no, I know. They just lost to the Jets. I know.
No, you're not a believer, obviously, but just record wise, it could get interesting. They could still be in the fight record wise, and that could just make things interesting. They could also very much play spoiler too.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's 7 seed between the Chargers, but really between the Chargers, the Steelers, the Jags, and the Texans. That 7 seed is definitely going to be that really might come down to the last week of the season, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Just look, if you really just look how competitive and how close these records are right now. I think 1 through 3. Yeah, I think, the divisions are obviously good. But yeah, that end of the wild card is definitely, and maybe, who knows, Broncos collapse, Chiefs rise up, then that could just even make it more interesting. Especially if the Broncos are in that wild card fight, that can make it even more interesting.
I have more faith in the Chiefs winning the division, but I can't see the Broncos winning it. They are up a game right now, but they do still have to see the Chiefs twice. And I know they had a close game last year where they should have won, but I don't know. I feel like Andy Reid will be ready for him this year. But Sean Payton and Andy Reid, both Hall of Fame coaches, they both got great quarterbacks. In my opinion, I think Bo Nix is already a great quarterback, but
I do. And I think he's better than he was last season. And I think by that game, him and Peyton are going to be in sync. So it's really going to be a good battle. Like, obviously, Reed's going to be prepared, but I do think Peyton will be just as prepared.
For sure.
So, yeah, that game is going to have significant impact on that end of wild card race, whoever wins that game. Or that series, those two games between the Broncos and the Chiefs.
Right.
They will be massive. And then we just take a light look ahead. Thursday night. I mean, I don't even want to. Ravens, Dolphins. I'm not even going to watch that game. I mean, big games this weekend, obviously. Bills, Chiefs. Huge. Absolutely huge game. Other than
Colts,
that.
Steelers?
Yeah, that's I think, like you said, I'm on your side. I think the Colts offense might just absolutely dominate. But once again, professional football, so who knows? Steelers, they're playing. They're playing for pride.
Right.
Yeah,
we talked about pride a couple times on this podcast.
They are playing for pride. This is a very big pride game for them. Huge pride game for them.
Y'all supposed to be
spread and spread's only 3. So
right, and they're at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're at home. They're supposed to be a top 5 defense, and I got the $200 million defense that y'all couldn't wait to show out, and y'all blend up. People throw 350 plus yards on y'all. That's terrible.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a good one. I mean, yeah, there's Falcons, Patriots, Broncos, Texans should be interesting.
Let's see if Bo Nix can go against another good defense.
Yeah. And then Seahawks, Commanders on Sunday night.
See if Jaden plays.
I was gonna say, yeah, if JD's back, then that's obviously.
I was honestly gonna use a vacation day at work and try to go to that game, but I ended up going to that Bills game in Georgia.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, should be a cool week. Should be a cool week of professional football.
For sure, we had a couple shiners in the NBA.
Yeah, I was gonna say we cover the last week of the NBA. Some huge performances. LaMelo with the triple-double. I had a parlay yesterday. I had Giannis to get a triple-double, K to get one, and LaMelo to get one. And
Lauri Markkanen, 51 points.
Yeah, I mean that dude. He's trying to play his way out of Utah.
Fresh Prince of Utah.
He's got to put up them stats, man. He's trying to up that trade value, baby. Get me out of here.
I don't know. I think they want to keep him. You just got to do with Ace Bailey. They're trying to
build
a team over there.
They probably want to keep him, but does he want to stay there?
Who wants to be in Utah? You're a great point, but like I don't know.
I'm more so mean like at this point, like if I know you don't watch basketball that much, but like at this point in his career, he's vet. Like think year 7 at this point. He's at year 7, established player, been an all-star, established scorer, and he's been on the trade block for the last 2 seasons. So
yeah, I've been seeing trades. He's in the prime of his career. He's 28 years old. He's not getting any younger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's 28 in year 6, I think. If he can get that value up, they can definitely get a nice haul of some picks and keep building around Bailey,
No, I hear you, but
don't let Danny Ainge hit the trade simulator. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think Danny Ainge is worried about trading this guy. And they got the dude from Florida last year, right? Walter Clayton.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're on the process of building their team in Utah, and I think he's one of the pieces that they're building around. I don't think they have any plans of trading him because I think if anything they would have traded Lauri Markkanen last year.
Oh, I mean, they tried. They tried. they tried. He's been in trade talks for the last 2 seasons. He was in trade talks all summer. A lot of rumors of him going to the Warriors. Still are. There's still rumors. Still a lot of rumors of him going to the Warriors. Ainge and the Warriors have a good relationship. And like, dude, if Danny Ainge don't like, he would be the one to trade Lauri Markkanen because he likes to think that he's some sort of guru, and if he could try to think he could finesse something for Lauri, he'll be the first person to send his ass out of Utah. But
I mean, the Utah Jazz used to have Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, right? So did he trade them?
Yeah,
when they made the playoffs every year,
ship them right away, ship them right out.
I don't know. We'll see.
Danny will do it. Danny will do it. Yeah, I mean, besides that, really, obviously Wemby's been just
MVP status. I think they're 3-0 right now.
they are. Yes, they are. They are 3-0. Wemby, absolutely unreal. Granted, the three teams that they faced haven't been anything spectacular, but besides that, yeah, I mean, Wemby absolutely dominating performances. Look at the Lakers. It's looking like whoever has the ball in their hand that night is going to go for 40 plus points,
Pretty
which
much.
that's kind of like the only way they can win games, or at least have a chance in games. Even last night, Reeves went for another 40 bomb. Then he had 50. Lucas had 40 plus in each game he's played. So it's literally looking like whoever's the main scorer for the Lakers that night, take him to get 40. Because they've done it every single game so far.
Where the first podcast we did when we talked basketball, Jahab was like, do you think the Suns can make the playoffs this year? And I said, no, what the hell? The Suns are 1-3. The kid play no defense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we knew this. I knew the Suns are going to be trash just off that trade.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Laurie Marketing scored 51 points on them boys yesterday.
Yeah, no, I knew he was about to. I almost had him in the.
He's a stunner.
He likes to sell me, so he really does like to. I promise you, I'm one of his biggest fans, and it's so annoying that he sells me because I'm like, dude, like one of your biggest fans. Why are you doing this to me?
Why are you doing this to me, Lori?
And I continue to get, and I can. One reason I'm big, I want him out of Utah. I really do want him out of Utah.
I hear you. It sounds like you want him out of Utah because it sounds like you've been following his career for a while and pretty good from what I see.
Yeah, I've been following him since he was in Chicago. Chi-Town, baby. I went to Utah. No, let's get him out. Let's get him out of contender, please. Somewhere. Preferably in the Eastern Conference. But yeah, I mean, KD's averaging 30. Rockets, they're looking exactly how I thought we would look. Still trying to figure things out, but still not worried. We were looking like this in April or March. And that's definitely more of a concern.
Yeah, the Rockets smoked the Nets. Tough loss against the Pistons.
I mean, everybody's smoking the Nets.
No, that's true.
It's not a hard thing to do. The Pistons, they were a playoff team last year. So I knew that was going to be a good game.
Sar Thompson trying to prove he's the superior twin.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that anytime they face each other. And if you look back at the stats, All-Star won that battle. One of the few times he's won the battle against. Normally, Amen gets the W or plays, but All-Star, he was on his game that day, so I'll give that to him. LaMelo had a triple double. Like I said, he had that yesterday. It was plus
38, 13, and 13.
Yeah.
Right, dude. Who is this guy?
Yeah, I mean his odds were plus 2,700 yesterday. Do you want to guess what the odds were today for him to get a triple double?
Plus 15.
No, plus 1,100.
Wow.
Yeah, odds got cut by plus 1,600. Crazy.
That's crazy.
And then Ant-Man's been doing Ant-Man things.
For sure.
Looking like the face of the league, or
for sure.
Anti face of the league, if you want to call it that.
Something like that.
You know what I mean? He's like literally the face, but he doesn't want to. They're literally just like the Joker of the NBA.
Yeah, 2-2, 4 games, 41 against the Trailblazers.
Yeah, they don't have that good of a team. They really don't. It's really up to him. It's up to him but if he can do it. I love it, and he's a type of player. He can single handedly win you games.
Yeah. Jamal Murray dropped 43 on the Minnesota Timberwolves yesterday. Jesus. Yeah,
Jamal Murray continues his trend. If you didn't know, he only plays good against good teams.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a common running joke where if he's playing a bad team, he's like the anti. I don't even know who the NBA player, but they were like the anti Aaron Judge. Like they call him Mr. High Leverage. He's not Mr. He's Mr. High Leverage. He only performs when the game matters or when he's facing the good team. he'll care. If it's a bad team, Murray's like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
And then says, don't sleep on the Bulls. I said it. I've been trying to say it. Don't sleep on the Bulls. Matas Buzelis, the real Cooper Flag. Don't sleep on my boy.
Yeah,
definitely.
3-0.
But Matas, I got my eye on you, man. I seen what you did the other day on the court, picking on your betting lines. I got my eye on you. So does the NBA, Matas. All right, you're on short leash, buddy.
3-0 Chicago Bulls. Who would have thought? Not me. I'll tell you that much.
I did. I would have. I would have. Only because they just been they got a solid regular season team. That's what
Josh Giddey was hooping last year. I'll tell you that much. Josh Giddey made me a lot of money last year. I'll tell you that much.
True, because he's finally true. They finally have him a true like playing point guard.
Yeah.
The Bulls they have a good regular season team. They have a good regular season team. A lot of players, good offense, solid defense, can get up and down the floor. They got a good regular season offense, but when the court shrinkage in the playoffs, that's when.
All right, man. Now I gotta ask you, what's going on with your Atlanta Hawks, bro?
They can't play defense. Dyson Daniels, like he stole the ball 1 billion times last season. He also stole $1 billion from the Atlanta Hawks. That man hit a lick. Like 6ix9ine said, I stole that shit.
Yo,
Dyson got that. He said, I stole that shit.
Crazy thief.
Like, literally, I want like this. We can go look at these stat lines for. Just what is it? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 1, 6, 9. Like, what are we doing, Dyson? What are we doing?
Yeah, he's not really an offensive guy.
No, but this is like still. This is even like he was still doing better last season. Man's a thief.
Nah, for sure.
Not just out of the court, off the court. He had a lick on the Hawks. But yeah, they're gonna get it. I feel it. I think they're just trying to they're gonna get it together. I hope.
Yeah, they had a game against the Thunder where none of their big men played, and it was just like not fair. It was just like, what am I watching? Like, why am I watching this game?
Yeah, if Trey isn't absolutely dominating, then they truly are.
You know how hard it is to win a game when you have your small forward, your power forward, and your center not playing?
Oh, yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah, but no, that's another team was like they're like I said, the Bulls are built for the regular season. The Hawks have a good playoff team. They have a good playoff team. When the court shrinks down, gets into the half court, that's when a team like that does good. So, like I said, the regular season, team-wise, really doesn't mean nothing. I more so just like look at what are the players doing in the regular season? What are the boys cooking with? I just love basketball, so it's always fun to check it out. But really, the regular season, it really means nothing.
Oh, for sure.
You know, it's just fun to keep.
As long as people stay healthy.
Yeah, basically, as long as people stay healthy, I just want to see good basketball, good rivalries, good storylines. And through the first week, this has been, as someone who's been watching basketball their entire life, I can confidently say this has been one of the best first weeks in the last 6 to 8 seasons. It's definitely been the best first week in the last 6 to 8 seasons, and definitely been one of the best over the last 10 plus years for sure.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey with freaking 240
Oh my god, how could I ever forget about Edge Maxey?
What did you just say to me?
Boy, VJ Edge coming to Tyrese Maxey.
Nah, that was a crazy mashup.
That's Edge Maxey, boy. What you mean?
Oh shoot.
Nah, I mean Tyrese. If you know Tyrese, that man, he's known bucket getter. So
no, he's just aggressive. Yes, he's just aggressive.
Like
scorer.
even going
just what he wants.
Yeah, and he learned his rookie season, he couldn't have had a better person to play behind in James Harden. And Harden took him under his wing that year, taught him everything he could know. And then last season, Tyrese took that. And obviously, Embiid was still playing, so he was still second fiddle, but still obviously putting up absolute buckets. And even in the games that Embiid wasn't there, Maxey single-handedly taking them to wins. And now as the true main option this year, it's showing exactly what he can do. Just give him the ball, and he gonna hoop. And
You walked straight up to Joel Embiid and said, "I'm the captain now."
Yeah, but honestly, it might work out better for them. It really don't. If they can get through the regular season with Joel only playing 20 to 26 minutes a game, he can truthfully stay healthy and then be able to be there in the playoffs. That would be a game changer. Like that would really be a game changer if they can get through the regular season and he doesn't have to play and without having to rest, like not, without the whole load management, and they could just keep his minutes low. That would be huge. That would be absolutely huge because they haven't been able to do that before. And then VJ Edgecombe, like I sent you that video on Instagram. Yeah, just from that, I don't remember seeing that draft day interview, but I wish I did see that. Like, yeah, that's
generator.
Like like I said, a lot of these players now, man, like they don't have to. And it's not like nothing against them, but like a lot of them are second gen players or just the way basketball is nowadays. Not a lot of them really had to like get it out of the mud. Mm-hmm. Like he's one of the few in recent years that has a story like that. And obviously there's, I'm not saying he's the only one, but as a player of that magnitude, a lot of these top guys in recent years, they don't have a story like that. A lot of them are top AAU players from good families, good schools, all this. Like, so he's truly one of the few that still got cut from a different cloth.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's first week of NBA. It has been, as somebody who loves basketball and has been somewhat disinterested over the last five to six seasons, just because of how it's been covered, just everything about it. I can say they got me back in this year. They have got me back this year.
Yeah, Victor Wembanyama has brought eyes to the center of the fucking screen, dude. 7'4" dude, just doing whatever he want, and plus all the other superstars in the league.
7'4", all right, yeah, 7'4", all right.
seven something.
Yeah, 7'4". Yeah, if he's 7'4", then I'm 6'1".
Yo, no, he's 7 change. Yo.
That dude is 7'9". I'm not hearing it. That man is not 7'4". That dude is like he's 7'6" minimum.
They just be lying on the height for the reason don't make sense, because apparently Kevin Durant doesn't like to be called 7 foot because
but when he came into the NBA, he couldn't be. If he was labeled as 7 foot, they would have never let him play small forward and do what he did. So because that makes sense.
The stigma against the position, I get it, but it's just there's absolutely no reason to lie on height.
Yeah, nowadays no, for Wemby, there's no reason to lie. There was no reason to lie. Like, let's not. He is 7'6" minimum. Minimum.
Nature.
But I mean,
a New York Knicks fan, and I'm locked in the Spurs games. Like, I can't take my eyes off the screen. I'm like, dude, what is he gonna do next?
Yeah, he's just gonna. I mean, he's gonna keep doing it no matter what. Like, this is something. Unless, like, pray he doesn't get hurt, because it's like just the way he plays. Like, it's not like something that's just gonna fall off and he's just gonna stop doing it. Like,
I just hope I can get a series of him against like Jokic or SGA, like a good series where like he could show off in the playoffs. That's all I want from him. Even if he gets like a first round exit, even if they're the 5 seed and they got to play the Nuggets first round or something, like that'd be a great series.
Yeah. I mean, but truthfully, this is the first year that you could say that he really has a chance to make the playoffs. Like the last two seasons, they were never even making it regardless. And he didn't even have 2 full seasons because he got hurt both last season.
Right. He had the blood clot thing last year, and that ruined.
Yeah. So as long as he can stay healthy, this is the first year the Spurs have actually had a chance to even make the playoffs with him there. So yeah, we should. I hope he makes. Yeah, Elliot definitely. I mean, I think they're a playing team, guaranteed at least minimum. Playing guaranteed minimum. So
I think you play like that, bro. They're top 6 seed in the West.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Playing's minimum because it starts at 7. It
Right,
starts at
right,
7.
right. I know that part. But it was
It
just like
starts at
I
7.
think they're a top 6. I don't even think they're a playing team, bro. I think they're.
I
But
don't think
it's
they're.
early in the
I don't.
season.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Minimum. I don't think they're a playing team, but who knows
I don't
how
also
things.
think they're going to be undefeated the entire season. They're obviously going to lose
No,
games, but I'm like,
no,
yo,
no.
he plays like this, bro. Like
Like if you just
I
like
can't see them losing 40 games personally. I can see them winning. What is it? What the 60? I can see them winning 65 plus games.
that's kind of crazy. That's crazy. I can't see them winning 65 plus games. Yeah, I don't see that. I can definitely see him, 52 plus, 53
I
plus.
meant to say 55. My fault. I said 65. I'm
Okay,
thinking
dang,
of the
I was
wrong sport. Yeah, I
I'm
can see him
like,
winning 55 plus games. I'm like, wait a minute. I
I'm
meant
like,
to say 65.
I'm like,
55
what?
plus
I'm
games.
like, I'm like, that's crazy. 65 plus is crazy.
I was
Yeah,
doing the
like
math
50.
wrong in my head.
Yeah, 50. Their over under to start, their over under was 48 and a half or 49 and a half. I took
I
the
can see them
over.
winning 55 plus games.
Yeah, I took the
Personally.
over. I had them winning 50, like 54 this year. Well,
I
yeah,
know the West is going to be competitive, but like the Memphis Grizzlies suck. I'm like the teams, it's like some of the teams, the Sacramento Kings are terrible. Like some of the teams are bad.
it is tough. I just only say like 54 because that's like what the Rockets had at the second seed last year. We had 55, and the Thunder were the first seed, and they only had 61.
Oh yeah, they're not better than Thunder last year, but they're a
That's
good
and
team,
the
dude.
and the West is even better this year. Like the Nuggets are back. It's a Bruce Brown effect, I guess.
They got a deep bench. Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell are both pretty good. They got Stephon Castle, Ron Harper. Like they got some dogs. They got Luke Cornett from the Celtics. They got a good squad over there
No, they
in
do.
San
That's what
Antonio.
I took. That's what I took the over on their wins. I seen it was at 48 and a half, and I knew that was a little bit too low because and as long as he's healthy, that's the big thing. But yeah, NBA is looking like basketball is back.
Yes, sir.
Basketball is back. The World Series, Shohei on the mound tonight. So I'm sure he's gonna do something freaking ridiculous. So I can't wait to see that. Uh Sports have been good recently. Sports have been real good recently.
Yes, sir. We had an Equinox yesterday.
Yeah. I don't care about hockey though. So
Yeah,
good. Sorry, hockey. I don't care. So
unfortunately, our Sabres
it's
suck. So
yeah, it's been an equinox most days for me, anyways. As a basketball, football fan, once basketball starts, equinox every Thursday. I get my equinox every Thursday.
there you go. Baseball's almost over, man. World
Yeah,
Series.
no, yeah, it'll probably be over tomorrow. If I have to guess, tomorrow's the last day of the baseball season. I hope it's not. But
That was a crazy game, dude. I can't believe I stayed up till 2:30 in the morning watching a baseball game. 250. I think he hit it at 251, I think.
yeah, I
Like,
wasn't.
yo,
Yeah, I already watched that Mariners Tigers game earlier in the season or earlier in the playoffs, so I got my one came out of the. Yeah, I just wasn't tempted, but yeah, no, it should be. If I have to guess, I hope it doesn't. But yeah, tomorrow's probably the last day of the baseball season, sadly, and then it's truthfully time to lock this basketball and football only. And football season's moving fast, man. We're halfway through.
yeah, Sirski.
Week 9, we're halfway through. We are at the halfway point. So let's enjoy these last 9 weeks of regular season and then into the playoffs we go.
Yeah, bro, it's moving a little too fast because I know once February, March hit, and I'm only back down to one sport. I'm like, oh man, I miss football. I have to just freaking play Madden.
It's definitely moving fast. But I said I was gonna enjoy it more before the season started, and I have been trying to enjoy it and savor it more, and it's worked so far. Been You know, I can't complain about how the season's going. And that was one good thing you want to notice: the refs haven't been absolutely fucking like. There's been way worse few years of refs. So
You talk about in the NFL?
yeah,
I agree.
like obviously refs, they're never gonna be perfect, but I can confidently say for myself at least as a football fan, there hasn't been a lot of times this year where I'm like, it's the refs are overall trash. So
Yeah, not a lot of ref ball 2025.
no, that's normally the main issue, and as long as they're staying out of the way, we had some good football. So let's
Yes,
see how
sir,
let's
Steve.
see how this second half of the season goes. This is when teams start to slide or teams start to make that run.
Yes, sir, making a push. We didn't even talk about the NFC, but I don't know. Like my Seahawks making the playoffs. They got 5-2 right now.
Yeah, no, they got a good. Yeah, no, they got a good chance. They got a real good chance. That NFC, like we said, with the same way in the AFC West, that NFC West, that it's going to come down to like those last 3 weeks of the season,
For sure.
especially those 2 games between the Rams and the Chargers. Same way between the Broncos and the Chiefs. Very important games, not just for the division, but it's gonna affect the rest of the playoff picture in the rest of the conference because only one of those teams is going to get the division, and the other one is pretty much automatically going to become a wild card. So
Right.
we shall see how the second half of the season goes. You got anything else?
Oh, sir, I think I'm good.
All right, so am I. So it would happen Saturday or some Sunday morning. We'll see. Regardless, just enjoy the sports and fuck the Patriots, fuck the Jets, and fuck the Dolphins.
So